Welcome back to Fox Eyes on the Hill this Sunday morning. You know, tucked into the One Big Beautiful Bill is something called the Trump accounts. That is a savings plan for every child born between 2025 and 2029. Congress and the president will be giving a gift of $1,000, depositing into what's been called a Trump account. Parents and others may contribute up to $5,000 until that child is 18 years old. The money cannot be spent until the child turns 18. Now, these accounts are seen as a way to encourage children and families to save the money and invest it. Marc Cadin is here to explain more about these accounts. He's the CEO of the Finseca organization that represents more than 10,000 financial planners. Marc, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, you know, people may have heard about Trump account and kind of lean back a little in the chair, but like, what's that all about? A gift of $1,000. Other jurisdictions around the country, local jurisdictions, have looked at this, including the local government here in Washington, D.C. What's the operating idea behind this?
Look, if we can get people to save earlier, save in the right ways, they can participate in the markets. You know, $1,000 invested when somebody is born, if you think about where that's going to be when they're 18 or 40 or even 65, that's $500,000 by the time they turn 65, just based on average returns in the market. So you think about how many people have $500,000 today in their 401k, it's less than 10% of the participants. So this notion is we get more people saving earlier, saving the right ways, and not spending it when they turn 18 or 30 or 40, then it's real long-term savings that'll help them live in retirement.
All right, it's not just a paper check that comes when you're leaving the hospital and gets slapped in your hand. There are some things parents need to have when this happens, starting with Social Security number. So what do parents need to know about how to obtain this?
So the Treasury Department's going to create it automatically for U.S. citizens and their child, but the account is really connected back to the child. Some of the regulatory process, they're still working out exactly who's going to administer the funds. They'll only want to put in certain institutions. They got to work through some level of complexity. But the exciting thing is, starting in 2026, this will be $1,000 for every child born of a U.S. citizen in the United States.
Where could they go with this as far as investing it, or could they spend it?
Well, it's definitely not to be spent. That's very, very clear in the legislation. So this is going to be invested. The Treasury is going to put $1,000. It's going to be invested in low-risk investments, ETFs or those kinds of things, index funds. And so the money is really designed to grow over time and take advantage of the miracle of compound interest. So that's one of the things that we're going to be at Finseca. You know, we're going to be engaged in this process because we want to make sure there's not leakage. I think my advice to everybody out there is find a financial advisor. A lot of people think, I don't have enough money, I can't afford it. I think it's the opposite. You can't afford not to have an advisor who helps you navigate the complexities of what happens, not only with these accounts perhaps, but what happens in life. We have more than 2/3 of Americans are not working with a financial advisor. And, you know, some of the big institutions like Social Security are under real pressure. So I think that we have to get more people working with a financial advisor, being financially literate, because the consequence of not doing so, Tom, as you said, are just dramatic, and we just can't have that.
All right, Marc Cadin is the CEO of Finseca, really a wellspring of information. You should check them out and maybe answer some of these questions, find out more about these Trump accounts, this whole $1,000 that will be set aside for investment for children born upcoming. So, Marc, we thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
All right.